Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make the Kwik-E-Mart from the show The Simpsons in Minecraft step by step, block by block, including the interior. I am hidden somewhere in the intro of this video. If you spot me, leave a comment down below. The first person to find me will have their comment pinned. This is the amount of space required to make the build. I would recommend copying this grid into your world, and if you do, to find the starting position, begin at the front left hand corner of the grid, count backwards, find the 8th block. That is where we start. And here are all of the materials that we will use throughout the build. Please do make sure that you have access to all of these. Begin the build by placing 4 yellow terracotta in a row on the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then place a stone brick wall, 2 light blue stained glass pane, 1, 2. Another stone brick wall, a light blue stained glass pane, leave a gap, place another glass, then another wall, 2 glass pane, 1, 2, then another wall, then 4 yellow terracotta, 1, 2, 3, 4. We then want to extend backwards by 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Destroy the next block in the ground, replace it with a clay, place an oak door on top of it, then place 3 yellow terracotta extending right. 1, 2, 3. Then simply extend across the back of the build using the yellow terracotta, line up with where we very first started, and then just join together. And that will give us this. Next, we are going to remove all of the grass from inside of the building. At the front of the build, we will place light grey concrete, extending underneath this stone brick wall to this stone brick wall. And we'll do the same on the opposite side, so from here to here. In between these rows of light grey concrete, we will place smooth stone. Then we will fill the entire rest of this area in with clay. With the interior floor complete, I think that it's now time that we work on the walls. Begin by coming all the way to the front left hand corner of the build, place an additional row of 4 yellow terracotta on top of this block, 1, 2, 3, 4, then extend all the way over to the right and join down to this corner. We also want to extend all the way back and join down to this corner and all the way across and down to this corner and all the way forwards, and we have now joined all of the corners together. Next, let's work on the front of the build. Begin by connecting this yellow terracotta all the way up to the top of the frame. Add a row of yellow terracotta underneath this part and on top of this part, leaving a gap, which we will then fill in with white concrete and then apply pale oak signs to. We will then extend each one of the stone brick wall all the way up to join to the top of the frame, like so. We will then fill the right and left windows that we have created in using light blue stained glass pane. We will then extend these singular glass panes up by one and place a row of stone brick wall across the top of them. Fill this gap above in using light blue stained glass pane. We will then fill this section on the right in using yellow terracotta, like so. We want to place a 2x2 square of blue concrete in this position. It's kind of in the middle of the wall, sort of. We then will place a stone button here, tripwire hook above it, and iron bar on top, just like so. Next, we will move around to the right side of the build, where we can begin by simply just filling this entire wall in using yellow terracotta. Then, in this position right here, we will place a pale oak shelf with stone buttons in the left and right. What would we even call those? Left and right gaps? How do we refer to the individual pockets in a shelf? I might be stupid. Anyway, the next thing that we will do is fill the entire back and left side of the build in using yellow terracotta. Now that we have walls, we are going to place a row of acacia stairs all the way around the top of them. Next, let's make the sign. To begin, we will place a row of white concrete on top of our yellow terracotta wall that is the same width as from this stone brick wall to this stone brick wall. We will then place 3 lime concrete right in the middle of this row. This coincides from this glass pane to this glass pane. And then we can place, or rather fill, the rest of this row in with white concrete, and then add 2 rows of lime concrete directly on top to give us this. But we not only want that sign on the front, we want the exact same thing on the right side as well. It's a little bit trickier to place though. Line up above this door and place a white concrete. Extend to the left by 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then we are going to try and find the very middle of this row and place a lime concrete in the middle. I think that we've managed it. Place a lime concrete either side of it, fill the rest of this row in with white concrete, and then add 2 rows of lime concrete on top, just like this. We are then going to place acacia stairs on top of our yellow terracotta, extending all the way around to make the next section of the roof. Then we will place a row of acacia slabs above and inside the acacia stairs. Perfect. Then we will place a layer of stone connecting the second row of stairs together. This will just connect underneath the acacia slabs, and now that I'm thinking about it, it might have been easier to place the stone first, but you know what? That's how we do things around here. The difficult way. Whilst we're up here, we actually have a couple of things to add to the roof. All the way over here in this back corner, we extend inwards diagonally and place a light blue terracotta, 2 blue terracotta to the right, extend forwards by 2 rows, place a polished black stone button on top of the light blue terracotta, and then rail along the top of the blue terracotta. Then all the way over here on the right side, we want a very similar thing actually, but we place, extending inwards diagonally, a row of 1, 2, 3 light grey concrete, add another row to the left of it, cyan terracotta here on the left, and that's it. That's all there is to the roof. Next, we are going to remove all of the remaining grass and grid from around the build. That is so irritating. Okay, coming all the way back to the front of the build, we are first of all going to add 2 rows of smooth stone in front of the store. Then, starting all the way over here on the left, we will place 1, 2, 3 cyan terracotta, followed by a white concrete, 3 more terracotta, 1, 2, 3, and then a white concrete. We will extend the white concretes forwards, and then from here things get really simple as we can just fill the entire rest of the empty space that we've just removed in with cyan terracotta. Next, we are going to add the bin area by placing a light grey concrete here in this position, and then 2 lime terracotta behind it, 2 green terracotta behind that, extend the green terracotta forwards, place spruce trapdoors on top of the lime and dark oak trapdoors on top of the green, then place a row of light grey concrete that extends out from the wall next to the green terracotta, extend forwards to match the length of this row, and then add a layer of light grey concrete on top of the light grey concrete to give us this. We then, next to this area, I don't know why I went all the way over there, by the way, to show you this, but anyway. Here we are just going to stack a bunch of different cardboard boxy looking materials, so something like this is fine. You could go a little bit crazier, have something like this. Just place a few brown shulker boxes and a chest, maybe even a barrel, something like that, and it will look fantastic. Next, let's move all the way back over to the front left side of the build. Underneath, where we have placed these white concretes, we will place 2 looms extending inwards to face each other. We also have to make Homer's car. To do this, we will place 1, 2, 3, 4 pink wool in one of these car parking spaces. Add another row next to it. Extend these 2 pink walls up a row. Place glass in front. Pink carpet on top. Iron chain here. Item frames here. Then we have to make some tire banners. This is a light grey banner in a loom. Add the fest pattern, followed by the ball-jaw pattern. Then we can apply this to each one of the 4 corners of the vehicle. That's all there is to it. Now, there is only one task left for us to complete for the outside, which is the signs. So, crack open your favourite loom, I like this one here on the left, and place a white banner in there with some red dye. We are literally just going to write out the words Kwik-E-Mart. So, Pale Dexter pattern, bend sinister, gives us K. Next is W. This is the chevron pattern. Put white dye in there. Apply the base indented pattern. Put red dye in there and apply the Pale Dexter, Pale Sinister patterns. Next is I, which is simply the pale pattern. Next, we must make a dash, which is the fest pattern. Put white dye in, add the ball-jaw pattern. Next, we have to make E, which is the Pale Dexter, Chief, Fest, base patterns. Next is M, which is the inverted chevron pattern. Then put white dye in there and apply Chief indented. Then apply the Pale Dexter and Pale Sinister pattern. Next is A, this is Pale Dexter, Pale Sinister, Chief, and Fess. Next is R, this is Pale Dexter, Chief, Bend. And then next, you love to see it, we've just got enough room, is T, which is the Chief and then Pale pattern. And if we arrange all of these, we can then apply our banners directly to the middle of our sign. So K, W, I, K, dash, E, dash, M, A, R, T. And then all the way over here on the right, the exact same thing. So K, W, I, K, dash, E, dash, M, A, R, T. And that gives us, look at this. Look at how this has all came together. With that final detail added, we can now head inside of the build and begin work on the interior. Lumens? Guys, what's the Harry Potter spell that makes everything bright? Anyway, I just cast it. Step 1, we are going to place 1, 2 light blue terracotta extending from this corner towards the back of the build. We will then place a light grey concrete, which we will extend up by 3, 1, 2, 3, and then across to the right by 3, 1, 2, 3, and then down. And then we are going to repeat this, extend to the right, 1, 2, 3, and then down a few more times. 1, 2, 3, and down, 1, 2, 3, and down, just like so. We are then going to extend each one of these light grey concrete blocks forwards, like this. We are going to place some pale oak shelf in the back of these. We will remove the clay in the base and place a block of iron at the back and light grey concrete in front, just like this. Then we are going to extend, or rather, it would be better to place another row of light grey concrete here in this corner, and maybe even just here as well. And then we will start extending across to the right. So from here, we will extend right, 1, 2, 3, and then down. And we will keep repeating this once again. So 1, 2, 3, down, 1, 2, 3, down, 1, 2, 3, down, and then this is actually the end. So what we are now going to do is place another row of light grey concrete in front of this. We're essentially going to do the exact same thing that we have already done. So we'll add the extra row of light grey concrete, we'll back these fridges slash freezers with pale oak shelves, remove the bases out of them, place a block of iron at the back here with light grey concrete in front, and there we go, we have a set of fridge slash freezers, whatever you like. We are then just going to add some light blue terracotta around the freezers. So we're going to do this just across the back and moving forwards just like so. See that just looks so much better. And I'm in two minds about this. So we do have to fill these in, but I think that maybe we'll just add one row of light blue stained glass pane to these, and you could leave some of them like this, or you could leave them completely closed. Ultimately, they'll look like this. They will be completely filled in with the light blue glass pane. But we will also add an iron bar to the left side of them as well. But of course, this isn't really conducive to then filling them in. So we'll just leave them like this for now, but ultimately, that's how they will look. But before we start doing all of that, we are going to turn our attention over onto this side of the build, where we will place left of this block right here, a blue terracotta, then a cyan concrete, then a green concrete, then a light blue terracotta, 2 red concrete, 2 blue concrete, 1, 2, then 2 red terracotta, 1, 2, 2 light grey concrete, 1, 2, and then finally a light blue terracotta. And when I say finally, JK, we are now just going to place an oak door here and then connect to this wall with a light blue terracotta. Just like this. So this is a little bit tricky, all of this. We will extend this light blue terracotta all the way up to the ceiling, like this. And then we are just going to back this area with light blue terracotta as well. Above each one of these colourful concretes featuring blue terracotta, we'll leave a gap and then place another one of those blocks above itself. It makes sense. And then we'll just fill this gap in here with light blue terracotta. We also want to do a similar thing here, so we'll place light grey concrete here in this position, red concrete on top, which we will then extend forwards. We will then extend the blue concrete here. We actually want to extend it back as well because we'll be able to see. And then we'll extend each one of these rows of blue concrete up by 2. We also, actually, the blue concrete wants to get extended forwards an additional row to that as well. So it really wants to stick out. And then this area here, we don't have the materials for exactly, but basically we can just back this area with light blue terracotta all the way up to the ceiling. And back here, we are just going to place a row of light grey concrete all the way up to the ceiling, where we will then leave a gap of 1 here, place 2 rows of light grey concrete, then light blue terracotta above. In addition to this, we will extend the light blue terracotta at the top across to the right, fill this gap in, and then we will have this shaped hole here. Left and right of this door, we just want to create a hallway of sorts, so like this, and then fill this gap in above, just like so, and that's looking pretty good actually. And not only that, we do want to add a row of 4 red terracotta extending forwards from this block here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then left by 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we will extend inwards by 1, 2, and that's perfect. Now, before we get too far ahead of ourselves, and we forget, we, not me, certainly couldn't be my fault, we have to add a layer of smooth stone slab to the ceiling. So this just slots directly underneath the stone. And would have also have been easier to do earlier, but once again, we do things the hard way around here. There we go. That's better. So we do also want to add an observer into the ceiling as well. The way that we position this is basically like above this block here in the ceiling, we remove this slab and then we point the observer this way. And, well, that's all there is to it. We then want to add some 1x1 paintings here. These are arcade machines, so we'll add 1x1 paintings and levers. We also want to add some rails here, item frame here, maybe a couple of them. Cooked pork chops here. These are to represent hot dogs with mangrove signs here and here in front of the red concrete. Sometimes, depending upon the episode, the hot dog machine is over here, but it moves. So, oh no, I just stuck it over there. We do also want to place a 1x1 painting above this door here, so yeah, that one will actually work perfect. I have a lever in my inventory, so I'm going to stick that here as well, and I will also place an item frame here in this position too. Not only that, we will place item frames here, and also, funnily enough, levers here and here as well, just like so. We also want to stack oak shelves here, and a set of 3 of them here, with another row of them on top, and here we want to have 2 rows of them, so no, not in there, so 2 rows of them, just like this, and that might be it for these materials. Whilst we're over here, we also want to place a pale oak slab in this position, and we want to place a polished andesite stair here, pale oak sign here. We want to add a red concrete to this item frame and a cyan here and a mangrove button above this side and a warped button above this side. Stack some white candles here and a brewing stand here. And by the way, I realised there's an overwhelming amount of materials. Next, we will place a dark oak stair here in this position with a dark oak sign in front of it. A couple of heavy weighted pressure plates here and a stack of light grey candles here. We will then place a pale oak shelf here in this position and a light grey concrete here. Stone pressure plate on top. Then we will stack a couple of block of iron here with pale oak trapdoors here. Once again, things move around here. So we are going to have donuts, a microwave, we're going to have the ice cream here. Sometimes they're over here. Sometimes this counter space is further into the store and you can walk all the way around it. Sometimes you can't. Sometimes it's split into 3 different ways. This is why cartoon builds are so fun. Moving all the way over here, we will place 2 polished andesite in these positions with a pink concrete powder here, lime concrete powder here, polished andesite slabs on top, trip wire hooks here. We will then have a brewing stand here, flower pot here, cocoa beans here. I'm considering adding another cocoa beans because why not? I think that we'll also add a stone button here, but then we are going to remove these clay blocks from here all the way to here and replace them with light grey terracotta. We'll stick a warp shelf here, pale oak sign here, flower pot here, and this is looking pretty good. Then all the way over here in this corner, we will place a green concrete here and here. We want to place a painting here. That one's fine, I guess. A rail here, stone button here, and then an item frame here. We can then stick a gold ingot in the item frame here, and then we have to make some shelves. So just leave a gap of 1 from these light grey concretes here, and then place a row of 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 bookshelves like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll stack these 2 rows high, and then you can leave them as they are. This is nice and clean, in my opinion. Or you can add oak shelves to the edge of these if you like. And then all we have to do is just add no, we have to add some cyan carpet here at the entrance, and this is, for all intents and purposes, minus all of these shelves and such, the Kwik-E-Mart. But we do have to fill these shelves in, so my recommendation is this. I'm going to fill each one of the fridge/freezers in with a different potion. So I'm going with a rainbow effect like this, just to make it nice and easy. If you would like to painstakingly pick out different things to put in each slot of the freezer, you have at it, guy. But that, I ain't about that life. So I'm going to fill these all in, and then I'm going to seal up the fridge/freezers, and, well, yeah, that's it actually. We may have to place the handles going the other way here, or maybe we can just have the handles present on these freezers. I think that that's okay. If you want to do a fun Simpsons related Easter egg, Minecraft style, you can stick Steve in a freezer by placing an armor stand, player head, and then just outfit him with any kind of armor that you like, and then seal him back up in there. And that is of course a reference to this, which I think is kind of fun. I am just going to add some semi-random things to these shelves. I'm going for Horn Coral Fam because I think that they look like chips or crisps, whatever you want to call them, and just cake, biscuits, and pumpkin pie. Just some snacky snacks along the edges of the aisles here. Then we can get a lot of mileage out of banners here. So in this set of bookshelves, we can place just a mixture of, again, kind of like a rainbowy set of banners here, just like so. And then we can just reverse it like this. This is filled with like books and pamphlets and stuff, I do believe. It's not too far off what we've actually placed in here. It looks sort of similar. And then this is like another little just packets of snacks display. So we're just going to place some random banners in here as well. You could have done a similar thing here, but I did want to place some actual food in some of the shelves. Then, this stand here is just full of books, so that's exactly what we're placing in it. Here we are going to use some banner patterns because this is kind of just like a random miscellaneous thing. We do also have to make some banners too. First banner we will make is a donut banner. Throw down a limb, open it up. Orange banner in there with brown dye, and apply the lozenge pattern. And that is your donut banner. Kind of. So we can actually take this banner, throw it in the loom, throw in any colour of dye, and apply the bourgeois pattern. Now if you grab that and stick that in these shelves, kind of looks like a donut. So we can take one of these clones, throw it back in the loom with a different dye, and we can do this a couple more times until we are able to fill up this set of shelves, and there we have donuts. This is a microwave. To make the microwave banner, light blue banner, white dye, apply a band pattern, a gradient pattern, then black dye in there, apply fess, bourgeois. Stick that here, and that's all there is to it. We can remove these, and I do believe that at this point in time we've actually made the entire Kwik-E-Mart. With that final detail added, we have officially completed this tutorial. However, this video is not over. We must now add the Kwik-E-Mart into our city. It saddens me to say this, but I know exactly where it's going. All the way over here into suburban storage. I know guys, but I want it in the new suburban suburbs, and it just makes sense to put it here. You may be interested in becoming a channel member. You can click the join button that will be somewhere on the screen right now. This does cost money and is a monthly subscription, but you do get some perks. The first of which is a download link for my city design world. This has every single build that I have placed in my city, arranged in order, and labelled. This perk also comes with schematics for the mods Lightmatica and World Edit, so you can easily reference and copy and paste these builds into your worlds in any way that you'd like. However, if you're not interested in any of that building business, the highest tier allows you to download the most current version of Mini-City. There are also some minor perks, including loyalty badges displayed next to your name whenever you comment something down below on my videos. Depending on how long you have been a channel member, you gain a more prestigious helmet, with the highly coveted gold builder's hat being the most valuable. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.